Hello guys, this is me Dr. Jayanti Ghosh. Today I'll be guiding you on the subject of anatomy. I'll be telling you about the weightage of this subject and how volatile this subject is. I'll be giving you up factual data. The weightage of this subject is 10 to 13 questions out of the 240 questions and that accounts to 4% of the total paper. And then you can refer to books such as B.D. Chaurasia's third, that is this book, volume 3, Head, Neck and Brain, that is the volume 3, or Gray's Anatomy. The time required for preparation of the anatomy paper is 20 days, where 4 days in a week you give for theory reading. How much time for each topic? So for each topic you require 3 to 4 hours a day. And how many times you need to revise a subject? Many people ask this. That is, you need to revise the subject as many times as possible. That is 6 to 7 times or 8 times. That will make you much more memorized up with the subject. You need not mug it up, but you must remember the basics of this subject. First revision will require 20 days to finish, that is during the first month, and second revision will require less time, and after completing 2 to 3 revisions, the fourth revisions will involve much more less time. So first topic which we come upon is osteology. In osteology, first is classification of joints. In classification of joints, the most important thing is your humerus and femur. Then classification of bones. In case of joints, another thing you need to know is synovial joint and other type of important joints. Functional classification of bone, that is lamellar bone, compact bone, rheumatic bone and sesamoid bone. Then another is skull bone, the various structures that come out and go of the skull bone. This is very important, such as I'll try to show you this thing that I found out in this book. That is the anterior clinoid process, which it says is that is removal of the structures which are coming and going through the bone. Anterior cranial fossa, anterior clinoid process, lesser wing of sphenoid. This diagram is a very important diagram in this book of B.D. Chaurasia. You must go through it to undertake the MCQs in a very easy kind of way, and all the mnemonics in the right side as well as the left side is very important. So another thing, that is vertebra, various types of cervical, thoracic vertebra, typical, atypical vertebrae. Then foramina and the passing structures, mnemonics, because you need to remember that. And mandible, the blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage, attachments of the mandible, the various muscles of mastications, and salivary glands, 2 lobes, 1 lobe, capsule, the parotid glands, the various salivary glands which can be diagnosed by cyalolithography and other types of diagnostic tests is very important. Relevation of facial nerve and its venous drainage, lymphatic drainage, the muscles attached. The muscles attached for every kind of deep structures of the neck is very important. There may be questions from PGI Chandigarh, then CMC Vellore and AIPG. So remembering them is important. Go through synopsis but cross-check with the B.D. Chaurasia's book very relevantly. Relation of the facial nerve and venous drainage. Thyroid gland, its superficial artery, your intrinsic artery, nerve supply, venous supply, superior pterygoid vein, and there are sometimes a question in thyroid gland relating to, that is, what are the tributaries of thyroid. The various subbranchial tributaries and artificial tributaries are very important. In case of larynx, what you come to know is pyriform fossa, that is also known as your smuggler's fossa. Mouth, pharynx, larynx. For case of mouth, the blood supply, nerve supply, your muscle attachments, lymphatic drainage. In pharynx, again the lymphatic drainage, muscles, action of muscles. Then in case of, one more thing in case of larynx is your sinus of Morgagni. Sometimes students may get confused with the structure with relation to the pharynx also, and they take the answer with reference to pharynx, but it is actually related to larynx. Tongue, embryology, muscles, nerve supply, blood supply, venous drainage, papillae. So I was talking about this diagram in this book of B.D. Chaurasia's third edition, where it is shown about the nerve supply of tongue, both general, which all sensations are being provided, that is sensory sensation provided by the lingual branch, and posterior one-third by the glossopharyngeal nerve. Similarly, your taste sensation by chorda tympani except the valid papillae, and posterior one-third is supplied by the glossopharyngeal including the valid papillae. So this is well evident from this diagram, if you can see it here. So we go on to the next section, that is your vascular supply of tongue. So it is being supplied by the external carotid artery, level at which the branching is occurring, further division into internal carotid artery and maxillary artery. So branches of maxillary artery, muscles being attached, the arteries, the insertion place, the position of the emergence of these veins from which all important deep structures, and circle of Willis. Circle of Willis is very important. There are MCQs relating to the circle of Willis also. Collection of blood vessels in brain, and then the important nerves are trigeminal nerve, facial nerve, your nerve supply of head and neck. Most of the blood supply of head and neck is provided by the trigeminal nerve, facial nerve, and other cranial and spinal nerves. So muscles of head and neck, action and origin. Their origin is very important, and their insertion. In embryology, we come across pharyngeal arches. So the name of the different pharyngeal arches, development of the tongue from each and every lingual swellings, and idiopathogenesis of cleft lip and palate, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, the structures being arising from each of these three structures, meiosis, mitosis. You must have studied about this in 12th standard also, so this might not be difficult with you guys. Triangle, anterior triangle, posterior triangle, structures, boundaries, the nerves, the various kinds of muscles, that is sternocleidomastoid muscle and the zygomatic muscle, major gyri and sulci, prefrontal area, the indicating areas indicated by your highlighted pen, that is much important for making mnemonics. You please make it down. I also have my soft copy as well as hard notes. If you need them, you can just mail me up, and I have my mail ID given in my YouTube box. So venous sinuses, partial orbiti, and there may be your memory based question on that mesial side of squint, on which side it is, right or left side. So you have to indicate them. Histology regarding the lining of esophagus, gastrointestinal system, urinogenital system, and blood vessels. And various types of question. They may be case based, fact based, as well as concept based, image based. So in my next video, I'll be sharing you various types of questions that are asked in the various books, such as Dentist by Dr. Gauri Shankar, then Dental Pulse, and I'll be making a presentation on that, and you can jot down the questions, and you can see it in the recorded version also. And if you have any doubt regarding the various kind of notes of each and every chapter for this third section of osteology, B.D. Chaurasia's book, you can just lay down your comments on my comment box. And if you really like my video, you can like, share and subscribe. For more updates, stay tuned. Thank you guys.